workouts. I only do it as part of my costume.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that looks great.
Yeah, Paget. Is there anything you want to tell the vlog fans?
Vlog.
You lied. We have had 2 trick-or-treater groups, and we have drunk 7 drinks per trick-or-treater.
Amy. I love the Amy character. What I said to Ishai on the phone was, she's smart and dry and wounded and vulnerable, and I can do that. Win it.
Well,
you can win it.
My first off thought was D, but I'm confused because they all sound wrong. But I'll ask the other 2. D stuck. That was a trial though. She said I would not watch that trial.
But that also seems like the most that seems like something so...
It is a show about vicious vampire
Always trust your
politics.
gut. Always trust your gut.
I think that means that you...
This is a nightmare. This is entirely a nightmare. And we'll prove
I'm sorry,
how
this
little
is so hard on you.
each of us have been listening to the show.
We have no
throughout the last decade and a half.
We have no chance.
I was afraid of what the questions would be, and it was 10 times worse than what I imagined in my head in terms of difficulty.
What's worse is the difficulty is that we probably should know these.
Yeah, we did this show on a monthly basis, and
That's
you know,
lot.
we did a new.
Let's go, Jane.
All right, please.
All right, Jane, I want you to have the limo for about 10 minutes. All right?
All right.
We'll be right down. Thank you. Bravo, bravo. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Think they bought it?
Whenever anyone asks me, Tallulah, is Errol Flynn a homosexual? I say, what can I tell you? He never asked to suck my cock. Mr. Hitchcock, you're a gentleman to say so. But I can assure you, I'm as pure as the driven slush.
Paget, Hal, PFT, Busy, me, Gags, Yana. I think it's Yana, could be Jana, but Yana from Germany asks, do you have any tips for want to start a podcast? Any tips for people who want to start a podcast? Also, Josh, everyone has a podcast. So Josh, you could also answer this.
I would say get good sound equipment. Make it sound good, and then do whatever you want. But just make sure that it sounds good. But it can be whatever you want.
Conversation, someone else will be.
Don't get precious over the idea. Once you have your equipment, just go and start putting it out there, because it's going to change over time no matter what.
Yeah.
I would say do an episode by episode podcast about the West Wing.
Your sound is terrible, and I just started watching The West Wing, and I think you show up at some point.
Oh, Paget has turned that corner.
Are a disaster. You have to.
He shows up in season 5.
I paid for the no glare glasses, and you're rich.
No old fights. We can't go back to old
fights. I don't buy no glare glasses.
What is Khaki went away. I don't know where Khaki went, but he also has a great podcast.
What?
Okay.
Most of my money's tied up in poker right now.
Question from
for real, I would just say
Janet is holding on by a thread.
Good. Oh, I've
been given the worst
I
job.
wouldn't say that. I think I'm beyond help.
No, you're doing great.
Oh, in your thankless job, may I say for everyone, thank you.
Janet, before we end this show, may I just request that we bring fans back in, because I...
Hey, mind if I sit here? I'll start at the table. Acting class? Streetcar. Streetcar scene? Yeah, Stella! What's going on here? Why aren't you my woman, Stella? Great band, huh? I love it. Just swinging in that crazy postmodern way. Secondhand smoke is more dangerous than an actual cigarette.
So start smoking and protect your lungs.
You are 3 months late with your rest. One more day, cash right now.
Little orange skulls. It's too small to see over Zoom. Blue jeans, maybe though.
Blue jeans, you can see
Blue
real
jeans is
crisp,
super high
real
res.
crisp.
Better
That's a
resolution.
beautiful cravat.
Julie says
Paul never disappoints.
Well, for sure.
DCPimprov.org.
Oh shit.
The Detroit Creativity Project.
That's right.
But Mark, do you do classes for adults as well?
And so we've completely upended our curriculum, and our teaching artist really worked hard to adapt everything to be teachable on.
It's not. I don't know. I mean, I've worn this wig before, so you could tell I've already come around again in the rotation. But the character is the blue fairy. What choice did I have? What choice?
I
Very
hadn't
few
thought
choices.
that way. I
Do you
love
also
that.
own a lab coat? I found that every.
Like, as much because I love wigs and there was just so much like aggression, and I was like, please take and enjoy these. Like, I had to do a purge, a Mad TV purge. I'm like, I can't. I have too many weird memories. I love a fresh wig collection that didn't have Hollywood Center Studios energy on it. Yeah, yeah.
Let me say something about Hollywood Center Studios.
Oh, please.
I did a variety show at Largo for the better part.
You, it's yours.
I don't want it.
We don't have a choice.
Hey, you're on the bricks. So what? We both know what that means. It's temporary. You'll be back in the saddle before you know it.
And when you do that, it gets harder and harder to tell the difference between a conspiracy and a conspiracy theory.
Oh my God, I can't believe you just did that.
What would your father do? What did your father do? Was there a sex talk?
You know, my father's idea of a sex talk was to take me to a massage parlor off the 101 in North Hollywood.
He didn't do that.
It was just a suggestion. I would have been much too freaked out anyway. I was the kid who locked himself in the bathroom 5 times a day.
Good. Blowjob parties. Who thought that up?
Probably a guy.
You know, you send him to a private school.
Well, come on. If you listened to everything your parents said, you would have married your boyfriend Billy Flanagan and never taken the pill. Can't believe you're smoking.
Hypocrite.
Well, we're probably going to have to at least put a water bowl outside his door, don't you think?
Grounded.
With her to try on wedding dresses at Monique Lillier, and we were dying because Billy Crystal was there with his daughter trying on wedding dresses. Well, he wasn't. The daughter was.
Sure.
That makes sense.
You guys. And it was so sweet and like the greatest thing in the world. And I know it was so sweet. And then years later, we hired a producer on Busy Tonight, and it was Billy Crystal's daughter who was gotten married, who was in Monique Lillier.
Oh my God. The
Someone asked what we're drinking.
TAH live hashtag. Here's at a.nixon asks, what's Mark's cat's name?
Oh, did one of
Was it
me?
Snug?
Did one of my cats walk through?
I don't have a cat.
Oh God, you saw the cat in rehearsal.
Don't stall for time. Do you not remember
getting
your
the
cat's
cat.
name?
You getting it?
That's a classic improv
Oh,
stall.
my cat.
What's
my
my cat?
Sure.
If it was this guy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
This is Snug.
Snug.
He's a tuxedo dude. I love him.
Snug.
What's his real
Mark,
name?
do people know that you're a real cat person and that your wife is in fact a cat?
A cat. Drillings, yeah.
There were a lot of good spottings.
I've spent thousands of dollars on cat cameos, guys. My wife.
Chester Copperpot.
That's Chester Copperpot. We got him Chi-Chi.
No.
Yeah, it's Chester Copperpot. But well, when my daughter was tiny and learning to talk, she couldn't say Chester or Chester Copperpot.
Yep.
At SSA Tia asks, what's each person's favorite child support? And then I had a very drawn out court experience, and now I am.
New show that's coming out, and it's my favorite job I've ever done in my 23 years of professional acting.
When does it come out? I'm excited.
It's
going to be great.
I've watched the first 5 episodes, and I swear to God, I'm really not like this about stuff I'm in. I'm like, it's good, whatever, fine, it's fine. And we made it through without having to stop because, no one got COVID, thank God. But
Based on the 3 cases I've found so far, a seasoned one.
Jesus.
He's an expert at evading capture. He kills in different jurisdictions, so they're hard to connect, and he's leaving a calling card.
Why would Voight use that intel against Bailey? And why would Bailey keep any of this a secret from us? I mean, catching guys like this is our bread and butter.
In another life, I worked a joint task force on international terrorism. Something about Gold Star leaving these bullets behind reminds me of those playing cards troops would leave on dead terrorists, declaring we did this.
So you think he's government trained?
Oh, he's too proficient to be self-taught.
Well, that would explain why Bailey kept it a secret. I mean, that would be national security.
Because Gold Star isn't taking orders anymore.
You have a working profile?
I thought I did, but after tonight, all bets are off. He strayed. He killed the loved one of a presumed target. He had been mission-oriented and methodical, but now it seems like some emotional response is driving him.
All right, listen, given what happened to Bailey, I know you've been trying to protect the rest of the team, but if Gold Star is an active unsub,
Sorry to wake you up, Garcia.
Stand up. When I was a kid, I loved Steve Martin. I'm just going to say people who aren't canceled. Steve Martin.
Oh, crazy.
It was around the time that I was getting into improv from stand up, and it really was like, hey, what's the latest on Mike Ditka? What are we hearing?
Coach Mike Ditka is taking his Chicago Bears out on the field right now. Buddy Ryan, his defense, William the Refrigerator Perry is here, folks.
Craig, would watch.
Seriously.
Would watch.
Hannah asks, how is improv different or more difficult online? Craig, Jackson.
And without the audience feedback, like we're entertaining ourselves, trusting that it's a similar fan base, I guess.
For me, it was. When I realized, oh, this is like doing a podcast, is that you are trusting your own abilities and you're saying, I'm assuming this is going to translate. I'm assuming I've been doing this long enough and we've been doing this long enough together that we know what we're doing and that somebody out there is enjoying it. And, right. It's the same. It is definitely is a leap of faith. But man, there's nothing like being in front of an audience. And I really do miss that a lot.
To stream. So if you've never seen it before, recorded live in one night at Largo at what felt like a whiz. I'm an only child. You can follow Thrilling ADV on Twitter or join houseseats.live, join their mailing list to make sure the
thing. And I remember that the audience was only right in the front because most of what we see
was pretty funny.
It was a Saturday, 70 degrees.
Yeah. I wore a suit. There was makeup involved. I usually don't wear makeup for it.
We got to sing. That was fun.
The singing was fun.
Oh, were you in full Croach makeup for that?
Not for that. No.
Oh. Not for that one. Okay.
Different thing. Yeah.
You're smoking?
Yeah. And I found them in that locked drawer in your office, so I'm guessing you smoke too. Or maybe you never even quit. I don't know. I'm starting. I was trying to find that tape that you were listening to behind locked doors. Must have been something pretty juicy. I mean, you looked like someone shoved a steel pipe up your spine when I came in. Yeah. I sure did. You took ecstasy.
Yeah, with a doctor.
Who? Oh, okay, I get it. You did ecstasy with another woman who happens to be a doctor, other than the fact that you're a liar and you're taking drugs. Not to mention this room.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about it? Knowing you, you probably do. You just love to talk. So should I take a hit of acid first, or do you think that maybe I can handle this straight? I'm sorry if I seem bitchy. The cigarette might be making me a little nauseated. Melody, who stabbed me in the kitchen, Melody?
Yeah.
Of course. Melody, by the way.
I never found her.
Oh, damn.
Okay, can you drop the fucking sarcasm, please? And let me talk to you about this?
I'm very angry with you right now.
Okay, Magdalene in Florida wants to know, what's everyone watching? What's everyone watching?
Great
what are you
question.
watching? What are people excited about?
Right now?
I just watched the David
Love The
Copperfield,
Mandalorian.
Armando Iannucci, David Copperfield movie that Dev Patel
Oh, I'm
stars in,
excited
and
to
I
watch
loved it.
that.
I
can't
loved
wait.
it so much.
What is it called?
It's the
Copperfield?
the personal history of David Copperfield.
That's not possible. What is it really called?
Story of
It
David
goes right
Copperfield.
up to the Statue of
believe this
Liberty
guy?
disappearance, I think.
All right, one at a time. Who's watching what? One at a time.
Say what I'm watching later tonight at the drive-in is the new Ma Rainey's Black Bottom with Chadwick Boseman that I'm very excited to see.
Oh,
I'll let you all
wow.
know how it is. That's going to be. I hear
Please.
it's amazing, and yeah, it's going to be
Dang,
really.
that sounds like
fantastic.
fun.
Right?
All right, Jackson, what are you watching?
On Paul's suggestion, I'm deeply. I think I'm mid-season 3 into The Bureau, a French spy drama, which is wonderful and great. Certainly have done the Emily in Paris, Emily in Paris, which is worth it. I'm sorry.
Netflix?
I was asked a question.
Too many subtitles.
I was asked a question that I am still in the process of answering. It's terrible.
Will you yield, sir?
It's reclaiming my time. It's still Emily in Paris is terrible.
Time, Mark.
It's,
Have you not? You know what I mean?
Emily in Paris is it's terrible. It's so much fun.
My dad wrote it.
Yeah, it's great. Okay.
It's
Melina.
chess thing, and also The Undoing is garbage, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
I'm watching The Undoing. It's garbage. I love it. And Josh, Melina.
Wow. I'm watching. I just binged Dave, the Little Dicky sitcom.
I love that.
No, we're out.
It's
And
so
Autumn
good.
Reese.
Oh, it's so good.
Nope.
So
Josh,
good.
we're over
Wait,
you. Autumn.
I'm okay with
Catching up on Game of Thrones. I'm so behind. I realize this, but I'm
What?
on. Yes, I'm on season 5 of Game. It was too traumatic to watch for a while.
No, Autumn, we're out.
Because you grew up with a dragon.
Autumn, you skipped for a second. Did you say you're on season 5 of Bridget Jones?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Jones.
She's
Same thing.
Kakowski.
I watched
Kakowski.
Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes.
Did you
No, you're
really?
out. Annie Savage. Annie Savage.
Oh God.
Still not getting to watch a whole lot of stuff with the kid
She's-
around.
you're out. He has COVID.
Busy.
And I have COVID.
Yeah.
Busy. Are you
I
watching
watched-
shows?
I watched the first episode of the Gambit Chess Girl.
No, we're
Gambit
out.
Chess Girl?
Gambit.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I
why
watched
is
the
she
Zappa.
out?
I watched the first half of the Zappa.
all
documentary.
She's
watched
running
it.
the show now, Paul. She's
These
running the show.
arbitrary
I'm great
pageant
with it.
rules are amazing.
I yield some of my time to the gentlewoman from New York.
No.
And
She watched
and
a
I watched
show we
the
all
other
watched
Nexium
already.
documentary. The
What?
one that India's in.
Yeah.
We all
Oh,
watched
the
it.
stars
It's
one.
over.
The
I
other
haven't
one?
seen it yet.
Yes, we all watched it. Paul.
I've not watched it.
We are rewatching The Crown. We got we suffered through Crown Drawl after watching season 4, and so we're
Boom.
starting back
Okay,
over in the
a new
beginning.
Show, a new show, Paul. A new show.
The
Now.
Fuck You Paget Hour.
Okay. Timothy Amundsen. Paul, you're out. Amundsen.
I've been spending my time reading Nietzsche.
Oh,
Not true.
Back to Hal. Hal.
All right, I got
Back to hell.
I got three
Wait,
things. I got
we
three
go
things.
around
How
again.
many do we need?
Al, what have you?
I didn't say anything. I haven't said anything. I swear.
Hal, what have you asked?
I'm
what have you watched
watching
since we
MASH.
last
All right.
Hal, what are you watching?
Number one, before John McLaughlin cuts me off. Number one, Number one, I just blitzed through Pen 15. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Number two,
So good.
later tonight, Jennifer and I are making popcorn and watching the Christmas Chronicles
Popcorn,
2. We watched the
yeah.
first one yesterday. It was fantastic. And number three, the new Saved by the Bell on Peacock. I'm halfway through the first episode, and it is delightful.
That is
supposed to
actually
be good.
good. I will give you that.
Excellent.
I watched that because my husband's younger and he likes it, and I watched
If I may, I want to recommend the Happiest Season on Hulu. Happiest Season on Hulu. A wonderful romantic comedy. Very enjoyable.
Oh, Jingle Jangle
May
also.
I-
Jingle Jangle's great.
May I may I move on to a different viewer question?
Before you do,
One-
Janet,
I like that you
started
took
being a
command of
bitch.
that question.